Welcome to Legion of Honor, San Francisco. In this episode, we will take you to a virtual tour to significant art pieces, collections and more. Let's go. We start with the masterpieces from Van Gogh and Monet. Although Van Gogh is better described as a post-impressionist, this painting, Shelter on Montmartre, applied many impressionist techniques. On other hand, Le Grand Canal and Les Nymphéas are typical impressionist classics. While we carry on, we will first see two entire rooms from ancient time, then we'll move on to the era of Renaissance, exploring art pieces from Italy, France, Germany and more. The Protestant Reformation, which created intense religious conflict in Europe, compelled Catholic sovereigns and the Pope to make a response known as the Counter-Reformation. In Italy, the papacy initiated a series of reforms to revitalize religious tie through the revision of doctrine and the establishment of new orders to engage its followers. In Rome, artists renewed churches with dramatic depictions of biblical and saintly figures in moments of extreme piety and faith. These scenes were enhanced by a theatrical style now defined as the Baroque. The Renaissance and Antiquity in Italy. 15th century Italy comprised many politically distinct states that were often in competition with one another. To express their religious, civic, and educational values based on a new appreciation of antiquity, the church and wealthy nobles, merchants, and bankers patronized artists through public and private commissions. Artists demonstrated their knowledge and skill by copying Greco-Roman statuary and architecture in varied forms. During the Renaissance, artists in Spain and Germany are also innovating their work, building upon Italian painters' use of light and shadow. Painters used new oil bust paints to produce highly detailed realistic images. Great Britain, Grand Manner. Following the unification of England and Scotland in 1707, and benefiting from military and industrial strength, Great Britain became a global power, trading around the world. Under the new Royal Academy of Arts in London, artists developed a distinctly British school of painting. Working in the grand manner, painters used full-length portraits, statuesque postures, serene expressions, and dramatic landscapes to imbue their subjects with dignity and nobility. Heavy Baroque furniture gave way to Rococo designs characterized by irregularity, curves, and copious ornament. You can also find art elements from Asia such as China and Japan. Prior to the onset of the Renaissance, Italian painters were heavily influenced by the art of the Eastern Byzantine Empire. Religious figures were depicted in a flat iconographic manner against solid gold backgrounds on wood panels. Sculptors across Europe also began to move away from rigid Gothic depictions of religious figures, employing more realistic models to emphasize the humanity of Christ and the saints. One of the most significant collections is this paneled room from Paris, France, dated back to 1660. This paneling was acquired by the railroad heiress Harriet Pullman Carolyn. He panels, which are painted with intricate classical motifs, were probably created around 1660, although some elements, particularly in the lower parts, may have been added just before 1912, when Carolyn purchased the work from the French dealer Carlier. Another room in the connection is this Louis XV room from France. The wood paneling in this gallery is reputed to have come from Rouen in northern France. Dating from the mid-18th century, it originally would have been painted white with gilded details. This paneling was reinstalled first in a Parisian apartment for American Thomas Thorne in the late 19th century and then in Thorne's New York mansion around 1905. In its current condition it reflects the taste of that era far more than that of the 18th century because it has been greatly altered. The paneling has been stripped of its original paint, and in the upper sections, trophies have been added, supplied to the design of the architect Stanford White. The paneling was installed in the De Young Museum in the 1950s, then brought to the Legion of Honor in 1995. This gallery features with artworks from late 18th centuries France and Russia. During the second half of the 19th century, newly industrialized European experienced rapid economy growth. At this time, Paris emerged as one of the economic and art centers, attracting and cultivating visual and literary artists. Russia had been influenced by Western European culture and well adopted the etiquette rules and luxury goods from England and France. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in next episode.